But yeah, like, just, your fears, your hopes and dreams, whatever it is that you kind of are repelled by or whatever, maybe it has to do with like your past lives. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you don't think that way, but I do, and I'm just sharing my perspective. So, you know, don't hate me. Just listen. I'm just teaching people to be open-minded. I'm not asking you to say that I'm right, say that I know my stuff, say that whatever you think of me. Like, I don't really care. I'm just talking because I feel like it. And maybe for whatever reason, some people find me annoying, and maybe some people find me soothing and really like listening to me. So I just want to say to the people that do appreciate these videos and do listen to me and consider how I think, I respect you, because that's what this life is about. It's just about experiencing stuff, learning, growing as a soul, just evolving, that's why we're here, to evolve and eventually start all over again and do it all over, And there's always going to be meaning in stuff, whether you see it or not. Like, it may not be evident, but in every little experience, there's a pattern, there's a message, there's a hope. Because there's so much random shit that happens to me that makes no sense, but then at the same time, it makes a lot of sense. Like just seeing angel numbers, you're talking to someone, and then the exact same thing is on the TV, or just whatever. I just think of life in terms of like patterns and puzzles and strategies, I guess. Like, I am very, very creative, but I also have like a super logical kind of view on stuff. And yeah, it's just there is strategy, there is rhythm to chaos in life, and it may not be something that you can understand right now, but maybe in 2 years or 2 days or 10 years, you will completely understand why your life happened the way it did. Maybe if you hadn't moved here, you wouldn't have hung out with them, and you wouldn't have met that person, and you wouldn't have had this job, so you wouldn't have got that. Just, like, whatever happens for a reason. And sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's cruel, sometimes it's brutal, but those are the things that you cannot take personally. You just have to take the lesson in them. Because, like, not everyone who bullies you is trying to teach you you're a piece of shit. It's actually teaching you about who you are and who they aren't. So just think of stuff in a different way for once and just see how it helps you open up. Because, sometimes the people that are on the opposition of you, like the ones who are more inclined toward pessimism, let's say, and you're more on the optimism side or whatever, like maybe you don't like realism, you don't like realistic thinkers, and you're more of an abstract thinker. Like, whatever it is that's the opposite of you, they're there to teach you stuff, to teach you duality, to teach you rhythm and balance. And I just think you come in contact with everyone for a reason. Everybody has something to teach you. Don't give up. Keep going. Don't give up on your dreams, no matter how hard it may seem. It's going to be harder if you don't listen to your heart in the long run. I know, like, maybe you really like dancing and listen to music, going for walks, but you're worried about what people think. Like, if you don't do that, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna feel guilty. Blah 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 blah. Blame yourself. Do stuff that you regret. But if you just follow your heart, you just listen to the rhythm of your soul, and you just do what you need to do at that moment, then you're just gonna unlock something, and you're gonna keep moving in a certain rhythm, a certain flow, and there's gonna become like a flow to life where stuff happens just systematically, perfectly, without you even really having to like do much. Like, this is what magnetism is all about. This is what divine feminine energy is all about. Not chasing, you're attracting. And yeah, I have like no structure with these videos because I'm literally just fucking winging it. I'm channeling. I'm surfing the web, you know, surfing the spiritual web. Um, but yeah, just get whatever you want out of this video. Take whatever you want. You know, maybe it's all stuff that you already know. Maybe to you, I seem dumb, or yeah, just maybe I make no sense to someone. But there's gonna be at least one thing for everybody in here, I think. You know, whether it's how I said something, I taught you something, I reminded you of shit, you know, whatever it was. You clicked on this video for a reason. It happened for a reason. Somehow we're our souls are meeting each other, you know, somehow. Through all the millions and trillions of videos out there, you're here. So take that as a sign that your soul is ready for more. It's ready to level up. Or I just like using like video game analogies because it's easier to describe these really deep, kind of like complex soul concepts that not many people would understand if you were just like, bee boo ba boo, spirituality is, you know, like it doesn't really work like that for me. I'm a very flowy kind of, I wanted to say internal, I guess. Like just I work from within to without rather than without to within. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you know, I process stuff a lot. I think things through. I kind of just I have an idea of stuff and then I do it. Like, you know, for certain things. Like I plan, you know, but some things I just fucking wing it. Like painting, I kind of have like a bit of an idea sometimes, but most of the time, if I'm drawing or I just want to do watercolors or something not like super complex, I just start drawing eyes. I just start drawing stars, mushrooms, whatever I like, whatever it's easy and fun to draw for me. I never have a plan with that kind of stuff because you can't always plan out everything. You know, some things come by the grace of, I want to say God, but maybe it's spirit, maybe it's creator, maybe it's life, maybe it's energy. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But everything happens for a reason. So just take the lessons that your life is trying to teach you. The hardest things that have happened to you have the most profound, the most deep lessons that anybody could ever try to teach you. So really, don't look outside yourself for a teacher or a coach. Go within. Do that work. Write out your shit. Do shadow work. Listen to music. Discover what your music taste is like. Discover what your fashion sense is like. Or, you know, how you like to wear your hair. Like, for example, I am obsessed with dreads. I love dreads so much. Yeah, I look like a weirdo to some people because I'm white, right? But, and some people like think it's offensive or whatever, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you think that way because that's just kind of close-minded, you know? Like, say you're of like African descent or something and you think that dreads are like bad for white people to have them, like cultural appropriation kind of thing. Well, the way I think of it, it's like we literally all came from the same place, the same source. We've all had past lives. We've all had experiences, you know? So I don't think I was a little white girl in every life, you know? Like I have roots in other places that I can't humanly describe to you in a way that would make logical sense. But I am connected to shamanism and the Native Americans and just medieval Europe and fucking Asian cultures and spiritualities, you know. I love the Hindu gods and the African animals and terrain and just the people there are sweet, you know, like just there's something in every continent for me that I feel connected to. to be honest. I feel connected to every single place that I learn about, every single country. So, you know, let people wear their hair how they want. Let people dress how they want. Let people speak and listen to what they want. Like just let people be them. And that gives more respect, more freedom for you to be you as well, right? Because there's no judgment, you're just both doing your thing. So, yeah, I want to make people more open minded, more unified, and more down to earth, right? Because that's what we need. We need more humbleness, more, more peace, more happiness. Like, I don't know, there's just so much darkness in this world. Like, and then there's people that come along like me that just want to see people glow, just want to see people happy and having the fucking time of their life. Like, I don't want to prey on anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone just because I was hurt. I'm not that type of person. Like if it's like life or death or something, like yeah, I'm going to fight, but besides that, like I don't have a violent bone in my body. I'm just a big, like, sweetheart, and I just love people. But people have hurt me a lot, so I have a very hard shell, hard boundaries. I'm tough to get to know, because I am fucking tough. Like, my favorite animal is a tiger. So, yeah, just, there are good people out there. There are people out there that are pure, that want the best for people, that, that see the best in people. Not everybody's shitty. You know, not all men are assholes, not all women are bitches. And if you identify by they, not every they is a, I don't know, weirdo. Like, I don't know. Whatever you think, whatever you judge people on, probably isn't even anything, like, based on fact. Probably stuff that you grew up hearing and now you subconsciously believe that too. But you gotta reprogram your subconscious if you want your life to change. It's not I was gonna say simple as that, but it's not at all. Not hard. Not easy at all. It's very fucking hard. But at the same time, you make it easier for yourself when you do decide to follow your heart, when you do decide to listen to yourself. Because I'm telling you, there's going to be more resistance, there's going to be more lessons, there's going to be more karma in your life if you don't listen to what you need to do. So it's just about having a balance of logic and intuition and using those both, right? Like, what's my goal? How do I want to get there? How do I feel about it? How does it make others feel? Whatever. Just you gotta combine the heart and the mind. It's like I forget what it's called. My friend mentioned it. She's really, really smart, but she was saying how like the way that I speak, the way that I talk, it's like I combine like intellect and intuition into like the highest form of knowledge. And yeah, so it's like people who are really, really, really intellectual and have no heart to me, they're not really geniuses. And people that are all heart and no mind, they're not geniuses either. They're just really talented or emotionally inclined, whatever you want to say. But I think people that have a balance within their feminine and masculine, their heart and their mind, so they're able to work on another frequency, like another level. Like Nikola Tesla and stuff like that. Like he just had this like strange like outlook. He was very like weird in his community and just he spent most of his life alone, like because nobody really understood him. But it was because he had like just this different mentality, this kind of visionary mindset that not many people have. But when someone comes along in a certain generation and they have a really different perspective, usually they are a visionary or someone who's, meant to change stuff. So if you, I don't know, if you have like a different view on life than other people, then maybe it's because you're meant to bring a different life to the world, you know? Like, my dream is kind of to be rich, but not for selfish reasons. It's actually the opposite. I want to build like schools for people all over the world, hospitals where they're most needed, just just stuff like that, like humanitarian kind of stuff. Like if I had money, I would use it for the best fucking things. I'd pass certain bills where like countries where women can't like drive and stuff, like not mentioning any countries like that, but if you want to Google it, you can. But yeah, I want to just, that was very subtle. Yeah, just, I'm kind of like an activist, kind of like a humanitarian, and a passive activist, you want to say? I don't know. Just whatever these videos are, it's standing up for what I believe in. It's sharing my truth. It's being me. So, you know, it's pretty cool. Spreading awareness, but just in kind of a dumb way. I'm just using YouTube because it's the easiest way to share your message with the world nowadays. Because, yeah, you can't just go to a big city now with a blowhorn and, like, share your story because nobody's gonna listen. They're too distracted by their phones. They're too in the matrix. But if you're still here, like, holy fuck, you are definitely not in the matrix. You are, one of a kind, like me. You're your own person. And that is just the greatest gift. Just to have your own essence, just to be your own person. It shows that nobody can control you truly, because I have had nothing but people trying to control me my whole life, and I'm sitting here in a fucking field. Like, look at this shit. It's beautiful. Like, if you want to be free, choose to be free. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm very passionate. I love talking and sharing my stuff. Not in a conceited way, like, oh, listen to me because I'm the best kind of thing. Like, no, everybody's the same. No one's better or worse. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. We're just in the same game, doing our different levels. Yeah, I just want to help people. Open up, be more creative, and also learn how to take control of their lives. Because I kind of don't. I definitely, absolutely don't know close to everything. Nobody ever will. To me, I don't even think I really know that much because it's almost like the tip of the iceberg is what you can learn in your lifetime compared to what's actually out there. It's like you can travel to maybe 20,000 planets, let's say, in your lifetime, in a human lifetime. But in reality, in all the expanse of space, you would need infinite amount of time to explore everything. And that's like the same thing with like I want to read every single book, but like I know I won't get to. I have to eat, sleep, and do other human shit. Like I can't just read every single book in the world in my lifetime. So what you spend your time on is valuable. Who you spend your time with is valuable. So make it good, you know? If you know someone don't deserve you, fuck them. Who cares who you're gonna disappoint? If they disappointed you constantly, then just don't bother. It's not worth the energy, not worth your time. Because chances are if you're here, you may not think it, but you're a beautiful soul and you have a lot of love to give. Because everyone does. Everybody loves something. Hate to break it to you. Yeah. Whether it's craft dinner, or butterflies, boats, I don't know. Whatever you fucking love. There's out there. So follow it. Follow what you love. Go towards it. Because maybe it'll be stressful. I'm not saying like quit your job tomorrow, completely like upend your life, flip tables and stuff. I just mean like, maybe instead of spending your night on your phone after work, do a craft with a friend. Go out drinking with a buddy. Go for a walk. Do something random. Do something that's not in your routine. Because routines kind of suck. Just saying. They kind of hinder your growth in a way, I want to say. Because I'm a Gemini and I have a lot of air in my charts, a lot of Gemini, and I'm very fluid, very outgoing, very spontaneous. And yeah, I do plan stuff. I manifest shit, I write about stuff, think about the future sometimes, but I try my best to be in the moment. And when I can't be, I try to, listen to what the past is trying to tell me, maybe something comes up, I get triggered, whatever. I just try to make the best of whatever thing I'm in, whatever mentality I'm in.